From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief creator of Amazing Ideas and Stunning Digital Marketing. In today's podcast, I want to talk about why you need a podcast host and why you should not just host your podcast self-hosted on your WordPress site. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast. Hey everybody, Rob Cairns here. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief creator of Amazing Ideas and Stunning Digital Marketing. In today's podcast, I want to talk a little bit about why you should have a podcast host and not self-host your podcast. This is in response to a conversation that I got involved in on Facebook, and somebody frankly said, I don't want to spend $20 a month for Castos, which was what I recommended. So let me talk a little bit about this. Podcast hosting, if you use a podcast host, the podcast host bandwidth is the one that's used for your podcast. And podcast and audio files can get rather large. Most web hosts, especially on share plans, don't have unlimited bandwidth. And that means every time you download a podcast or every time somebody listens to it, if it's self-hosted, it impacts that bandwidth. It's the same reason why we host videos on YouTube or Vimeo, frankly. And, that's the reason for doing that. Now, I think this individual that I was talking to, and I don't want to mention her by name, either A, didn't understand or was being what I call money foolish. And let me get to why. Podcast hosting does some other things. For one, it will take your RSS feed and distribute it out to podcast platforms like Pocket Cast, Google, Apple, Amazon, and more. And that gets you visibility. If you're doing self-hosting your podcast, you have to do all that by manual. And frankly, isn't your time worth $20 a month? Like, really? So I wouldn't be doing all that manual. To be honest with you, I would be using a podcast host to do it for me. The second compelling reason is they support you. So you get great support from a team like Castos when you pay for their podcast hosting. And frankly, their support is invaluable, in my opinion. And then the third reason is, again, the bandwidth issue. The podcast hosts give you the bandwidth you need to serve your podcasts, and then you're not impacting your web host. So what I think people have to realize is podcast hosting and web hosting are two separate entities. And frankly, they need to be used for separate things. It's the same reason, again, why we share videos on YouTube or on Vimeo or on other video platforms. They are suited to serving videos, and frankly, these podcast hosts are better to serving audios and podcasts. So that's my 2 cents about podcast hosting. If you want to know more, please reach out to me. Email me at vip@stunningdigitalmarketing.com, and I'll be glad to help you out and help you set up your podcast the right way. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to this edition of the SDM Show. The SDM Show is brought to you by Rob Cairns and Stunning Digital Marketing. For more information about Rob Cairns and Stunning Digital Marketing, go to stunningdigitalmarketing.info. From here, you can connect to us on social media, go to our website, and even go to the podcast to subscribe. This podcast is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Make your business succeed.